we better go get Lucy. She's gonna have to edit the boss's new Owl House video. Wait, does the boss even know Owl House clips came out? I thought you told her! Uh-oh. Hello, cartoon fanatics. I'm RJ, and welcome to a late Cartoon Corner on the new Owl House episode. That's right, episode 11 is here. At least it was for Turkey. And I'm not sure if that means that the hiatus is over, or if this episode probably got leaked to us too early on accident, but it's here on the internet now. I'm gonna talk about it. Spoilers for the whole thing from here on out. Alright, let's do this. Luz is excited about getting enrolled in Hexside. The episode's setup is her eagerly telling Amity the news when they meet up for Amity to return Luz's Witchazura book. And Amity's not the only one there. That's right, the twins are back, but this time they're trying to be painfully helpful to Amity to make up for the library incident. Their kindness doesn't feel entirely genuine, but it is nice to see a little more of their sibling dynamic with Amity. On top of that, Luz discovers that if she doesn't know more than one spell, she'll be put into the baby class at Hexside. Horrified by that idea, Luz and Ida travel to a mountain snowside along the Boiling Isles to try and get Luz to learn another spell. But Amity and the twins are there too, the twins busy guiding Amity into learning a new spell of her own. One of the interesting takeaways is that Amity learns new spells by using a training wand. It seems to work as a way to channel the magic by the user and transform it into the desired spell. Just another little tidbit into how this world works and how the people learn magic within it. Luz, however, is trying to follow Ida's peculiar advice of becoming one with the island and getting in tune to nature. But, as usual, Ida's teaching techniques seem weird and completely pointless. Stuffing snow in the mouth, stuffing moss in your nose, basically stuffing anything into weird orifices. Luz gets frustrated with these bizarre lessons and quickly snatches the training wand, which she is able to use. So you don't need a biological magic sack to use the training wand. And while Luz is thrilled she can do magic with the wand, Ida stops her in her tracks and scolds Luz that this is not the way to learn proper magic. Considering Luz's case, Ida is right. Luz doesn't have the biological advantage that other witches have. She might be able to use the training wand, but she would never be able to move past that without learning the glyph for those spells. And as far as we know, Luz is the only one who has discovered these glyph marks that you can draw to make the spells. Anyway, Luz and Ida argue, and it leads to Luz firing off a spell with the wand and upsetting the nearby Slither Beast. Ida and the twins both get captured, and it's up to, well, mostly Amity to try and save the day. She locks Luz in a magic cage to keep her safe and from making things worse. Watching Amity's character has definitely been one of the most interesting things about this season. And while Amity is now warmed up to Luz, she's also irritated that Luz's desperation and naivete often lead to life or death circumstances. So while Amity isn't nearly as cold as she's been in previous episodes, we can still see that hesitation when interacting with Luz. And considering literally any time these characters have gotten together, it's warranted hesitation. I suppose I should sidetrack for a moment and briefly talk about the B-plot here. It's not that relevant, but it involves King antics, so you know what's going to come out of this. King is busy trying to make a boot camp of his own, using a leftover potion from Ida to bring his stuffed animals to life so he can boss them around. This leads to a stuffy mutiny and a deal with Hootie to destroy said mutiny. I just realized as I was saying this that the side story is basically Alex Hirsch having conversations with himself. King and Hootie have a temporary moment of partnership and camaraderie after the defeat of the stuffed animals, and then it's over and the dynamic goes back to King picking on Hootie again. So, yeah, it wasn't that compelling or important, but I can't make an Owl House review without having the top 3 most adorable King moments!
We'll rise at dawn. You'll carry me on your back as I yell hateful things about your performance. This day shall live in infamy.
This has been the top 3 most adorable king moments. We now return you to your regularly scheduled review. What was the main plot of this story again? Oh, right. So here is Luce, stuck in Amity's spell, unable to help. However, being forced to sit in silence with nothing but nature around her, Luce discovers glyphs hidden within the island. The sky makes the shape of her light glyph. When she looks closely at the snowflakes, she sees another glyph within that shape. The island itself is full of hidden glyphs, and it's this discovery that helps Luce learn a second spell. Using the glyph in the snow, she is now able to create towers of ice. Kind of reminds me a bit of Breath of the Wild. Luce frees herself and convinces Amity to team up to save their family members from the Slither Beast. Amity is even able to create a fire spell without the use of the training wand. So at the end of the episode, both characters have learned new spells. And Ida finally shows off some of her true talent, easily putting the Slither Beast to sleep. With this new spell learned, Luce will get to be in the same class as Amity, and the episode comes to a close with Luce and Ida returning to the chaos that King and Hooty had created at the house. Overall, this episode was fairly lighthearted with little tidbits of lore filtered in to keep us invested in the overarching storyline. Now that Luce knows where to find more magic glyphs, it'll be interesting to see if she's able to learn magic much more quickly now, or if it will still be a struggle. Her growing friendship with Amity is also pretty interesting, especially since we know from previous episodes that Amity and Luce's other friend Willow do not get along anymore. I'm predicting we might get a future episode where Luce tries to help her new friends reconcile with each other. Only time will tell, and I can't wait to see what else might happen in the second half of this season. If you liked this video, go ahead and put a thumbs up and press that like button. It looks like the Owl House is back, maybe. Again, this episode officially aired in Turkey and it's just kind of on the internet, so I don't actually know if the hiatus is over or not, but I'll try and jump on new episodes a little quicker than I did here with this one. Also, Rick and Morty's coming back in May, so I suppose I should probably try to review those. Their season has been very hit or miss, but I guess we'll see. And of course, there's lots of other videos happening here on the channel too, so subscribe if you want to check out everything that we have. This is RJ, signing off and getting food. I don't know why, but I'm starving right now.
Let's go home already.
On it, Teach. I think we can go the normal way.